Hey y'all, welcome back to Heirloom Permaculture. Remember me?
It's been a little while since I've seen you.
It's been a little while. But Angela showed you in the last video starting the bell peppers for this year. They're coming up. They've been on heat mats inside the house because we've gotten snow again. But now it's, I don't know, outside it's probably 50.
It's cool. It's breezy.
In here it's toasty warm.
Hot. Yeah, I'm not sure what the temperature is, but
sun's intense.
I'm a little overdressed for the greenhouse.
Yeah. So this is the peppers' first trip out here into the direct sun, so they'll get a little while and then they'll have to go back in. We don't burn them up. So they're a little tender to the direct sun. They've had lights on them, but the little LED grow lights are nothing compared to direct sun. So they're, I don't know, over halfway germinated.
Yeah,
What'd you
somewhere
count?
Around 125 or 30, something like that have come up so
So
far.
if it's over 300, like you said, then it's halfway.
Except it's not 300. You're making fun of me.
So 3 trays with 72 cell inserts.
Yeah, so 300 would be the wrong math.
216,
yeah.
Is that right? So we're getting there. They just started popping 2-3 days ago,
So, yeah,
and every day there's another 1 or 2. So it's hard to keep the heat really good, even with the heat mats. You know, getting that heat transfer up to the soil, especially the top of the soil where it's windy too.
Yeah,
where the seeds are. And for peppers, you want it up at least about 85 degrees. So have the heat mat set at 85. We bumped it up to 90, and you can tell where the heat's really getting to it. But they'll be all right. We're gonna give them some sunlight today. We're also going to start our tomatoes. We're going to do some Tyron paste tomatoes. I may do a few Sun Gold cherry tomatoes and some slicers. I'm not sure what slicer we'll do. They all need to be indeterminate because we're going to trellis them in the greenhouse. But we need to get those started. We're trying to wait so we could get these off of the mats and get the tomatoes on it. We're a little behind where we want to be. But we've only got 4 mats and only so much shelf space inside the house. And
our weather can't make up its mind.
We've been having teens at night, so trying to balance all that and keep everything alive and growing good. So, but it's getting to the point now where we'll just have to make it work. We've got to get the seeds going. So 3 flats of peppers, and we'll do probably 1 full flat of tomatoes, and then see what else we need to get started. Alright, well, it's pretty warm in here, like I said, so Angela went to get out of that sweater, and I think she's putting on her bikini. I guess. I mean, we're gardening, but hey, whatever floats her boat, huh? This working out stuff's paying off, though, so if she wants to wear the bikini, she can. Fine by me. Who am I to say no? But we're going to get some. I'm going to work on getting flat started so we can get those seeds in real quick when she gets back out here. And I need to put you all to work. I could probably use the help. So it feels like years since we really gardened. And come think of it, I mean, we gardened big in 2022, and we didn't really garden at all last year because we grew so much in 2020. Wait, I said we gardened big. We gardened big in 2020. I've been trying to forget 2020, and evidently it's working. So 2021, we did not garden hardly at all. In fact, the garden that we started, we neglected. And then this year, we're going to garden big again. We're in discussion on how big. I haven't made a spreadsheet, so I guess it's still up in the air. But it's probably going to be more gardening than she wants. But we're going to do what we need. And unfortunately, based on grocery prices and the things that we would buy if we didn't garden, we're going to garden more. I mean, these prices are ridiculous. 2 weeks ago, bought a 30.5 ounce container of just plain coffee, your classic roast coffee. Won't name any names, but 2 weeks ago, on sale, not sale, kind of the regular price, $5.99. And then on Wednesday, she went to the grocery store. It was $7.99. We went back there yesterday for something, $10.19. From $5.99 to $10.19 in 2 weeks for just your regular coffee. So let's not even talk about gas. All right, boss is back. I guess we're going with the t-shirt.
The sweater's perfect for outside, but it's a little warm for in here.
You'll do this, you don't want me to do it.
I don't care. I mean, I did all the rest of them, but,
Don't you talk about
Okay, I'll do it and you talk.
what we're planting then. And why.
And why? I'd rather not talk. All right. Doing the sun gold.
What type is that?
It's not focusing anyway. What do you mean what type is it? It's a cherry tomato. And why are we doing them? Because they're good? I don't know. Why are we doing them?
For food.
For food. We have the big beef slicer. Let's see if it'll focus this time. It's focusing on you. Yeah. Okay, so no. So the focus I give up. It's not
Just hold
happening.
it out here. They can zoom in. We have a high-tech group.
High-tech crowd, they can figure it out. So we're doing the big beef for our slicers. And then we are planting a lot of the Tyron. Tyron? Yeah.
Tyron?
It's a paste tomato, plum,
Yeah,
Roma,
so
that type of.
Think Amish paste, but it's bred to be good for greenhouse and wilt resistant.
And
you
it is
remember a
worked.
couple years ago the issues we had with the wilt that killed all of our heirloom Amish paste.
Yeah.
We can't afford for that to happen again.
No, this works by far the best for us.
I'm doing all the work.
Today.
She's just talking.
We probably should switch roles.
Why?
Because I'm better at just doing that and you're better at the talking.
You're saying I'm no good at working?
I said I'm no good at talking.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm sure this is nice and boring. They can't even see what I'm doing.
he's putting dirt in a tray or soil.
I don't know. Does this qualify as soil?
I think it's just dirt, but we get
It's
corrected
potting
when
mix.
we say dirt. Okay, potting mix. A mix to grow stuff or start stuff.
We
not
haven't
grow.
we haven't supplemented it with anything.
We probably should on the peppers now.
Yeah.
We've got some.
We'll
organic
feed those
seed over
from
there.
the bottom.
Yeah.
Put the liquid fertilizer in the bottom tray. So we put
That muddy.
the insert in one of our heavy duty trays. You remember who they're from?
Me?
Yeah?
Yeah, they're bootstrap.
Bootstrap Farmer.
They're excellent.
I'll try to put a link in the description. They're expensive. I ain't gonna lie.
They are. But
They are hard to convince yourself to buy.
But here's the thing. Last year when we did almost nothing, it got hot in here. And some of our trays kind of melted and we had to throw them in the trash.
I can relate
And
to melting in the heat.
melting in the heat. So we had to throw away quite a few of our trays and some of our starters. None of the bootstrap. Farmers. They all made it just fine. It was just those plastic little flimsy ones that you can get anywhere.
You know,
And,
the 50-cent or dollar trays. I don't know what they cost now. Probably overpriced for what they are.
So although they may be inexpensive, they don't last and you have to constantly replace them. So you might as well spend the money on the good trays right up front. And then you don't have to replace them constantly. You slide those over here and I'll start planting.
Yeah, we need another cell tray to
Smush it down.
try and get it all cleaned off. Don't want you to get your hands dirty.
I always get my hands dirty.
But you're doing the talking.
I just said I was going to plant seeds. Or put seeds in there. Whatever.
And I'm pretty sure these these inserts that we bought, they're Bootstrap Farmer too. Now we did have some damage on some of these.
Just a couple of them.
Because they're thinner, but they have to be thinner than the 1020 flats. But that was our doing. I mean, we left them sitting out here in the direct sun for 2 years. So, you go. I made decent divots.
That'll work.
I didn't get the middle that good. Gonna get it in. There's not really room for soil in those. There we go.
So start with these. So how many?
Wipe my hands off.
No. No.
I didn't. Well, if you want to do 2 full rows of tomatoes,
yeah,
you can do oh wait, we're going to do 2 trays. I gotta make another one.
Yeah, you do.
Make a whole tray of the Tyrant, I guess.
Okay.
See, did y'all hear that? I said we were going to do 1 row of tomatoes this year. She said if I want to do a whole nother row, then I can.
2 rows.
So 2 full tunnel rows of tomatoes. So
you know, it's because we've gotten down to where we know what we need and what we actually use. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's fun to grow all those other things, but if you're not going to eat them.
And you got to remember, the majority of the tomatoes that we're growing, these Tyrants, they're to put up. So we'll can them, a lot of them. Well, all these will probably, unless we process them and make some sauce that we eat right away, almost all of it will get canned. Now, that's why we're doing a lot fewer slicers and cherries, because those we eat fresh. But our strategy always has been, we grow enough to eat on stuff right then, but then, you know, here's your growing window, and here's the full year that we're trying to cover. So we're not going to have good fresh slicers next February. So that's why we spread them out. She's already quit talking.
Sorry. I have to pay attention to get one in each spot.
She's trying to count 1, 1, 1.
Shut up.
Hey, it's your turn to tell the dad joke.
To tell a dad joke?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it'd be a mom joke, but.
I don't know. I'm having to think. Yeah.
Oh. Did I tell y'all that she was mad at me? This is going to open wounds. She got mad 'cause she found out I was cheating, or she figured out I was cheating when she found all the letters I was hiding. Said she'd never play Scrabble with me again.
I mean, we've got enough to do more rows of tomatoes if you wanted.
Don't have enough greenhouse. Guess you could always order another greenhouse.
No.
Vote in the comments below. Should she buy another Caterpillar tunnel?
No.
I don't have access to the money, so she's got to buy it.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to double up on my seeds to make sure they take, or no?
No.
Because we got
That's another thing that's kind of expensive. These specialty seeds, 250 seeds in that pack. I think it was $28 to our door. I mean, when you think about how much spaghetti sauce and canned tomatoes for macaroni tomatoes and everything else it'll make, it's not that big a deal. But when you think $28 for a pack of seeds, that's like the trays. It's kind of hard to convince yourself first time until you see the actual benefit.
Same with that tunnel.
Same with the tunnel.
You had to talk me into that one.
But we had 50 feet of heirloom Amish paste. It looked like they were doing great. And just as they started producing, I mean, as soon as they started putting fruit on, the whole thing died. And we didn't have a plan B on paste tomatoes. And it was already June. Tried to plant some more, bought some of these seeds, planted some. Of course, late in the year. They grew.
We got a few.
Grew quick. We got a few. Tried them, liked them. So decided to make the actual switch to them. Make the full investment.
About done with that?
I think so. I need another tray.
So this they're gonna do how many sun gold, how many whatever, and then
so 48 plants in a full row. If you do a row and a half,
we can do a full two. Oh,
that's
row
24, 60, 72. That's that other tray. So we don't have to put any of the tyrants in these. If you want to do tomatoes and something else, or if you want to do our tomatoes
and some extras,
and then do others to give away or whatever.
Okay.
Use the other varieties and label them good.
Right. Those are
some of those kind of deep. Need a little more.
They are really deep down here on these corners.
Maybe out of my pre-moistened mix though. Did I get my shirt all dirty?
Talent, I guess. I don't know. No, don't touch me. No.
High five.
No. I mean, my hands are dirty, but I don't want it all over my clothes.
The seeds.
You managed to get it on me anyway. Or I did, or something.
Now on the soil, so you saw where we fill the trays, make indentions, put the seeds in there. The soil that I put on top, put on dry, because it's a lot easier to make sure it's crumbled up good and real fine and spread evenly and not compacted. And so it's put over there, kind of lightly tamp it, make sure you get, excuse me, as rid of, you know, say as much air as you can, but, and then just water it and it'll settle good and not be compacted. So we put the wet, of course I just stirred up the dry stuff, that's why I'm hacking. That's another reason why we wet it, because you don't stir all this dust up. But also you got a good moist seed bed before you put the seeds down, if you do that way. And then on top dry, and then just water them a little bit and they'll be good to go. And you can also, if you put dry on top, when you water it, you can see if you got everything watered good, because if you didn't, it'll be dry. telling them all of our secrets.
Huh?
Telling them all of our secrets.
Our secrets to gardening?
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Is that the point of this?
Yeah.
I thought we were just going after likes and subscribes.
No.
No.
If we are, we're not.
I'll take them. Y'all help us grow the channel.
Yeah. So we can share more secrets.
We've
Or more learning errors that we've already had, so we know how to do it right now. Save you the time of having to make our mistakes.
And we've made some mistakes. Like not hiding my Scrabble letters better.
Single plants, please.
Rainwater. Unfortunately, very cold rainwater.
Yeah. Because it's also melted snow.
Yeah, it's melted snow, so while it's good, it's going to take a little while for that soil to get warm. Might leave it out here in the sun for a little while.
It'll warm up in here for sure. I'm burning up. So if you've ever wondered if you should make one of these tunnel or
cattle panel greenhouse,
that you should. It's cool outside, cold enough that I needed a jacket and a sweater, and I am sweating in here. What do you want?
I was about to wipe my hands off.
No. On what? Not on me. No.
Did you use your jeans?
No.
Okay, so I didn't.
But they're dirty anyway.
But there is dirt.
You probably did.
I didn't do that. Let me wipe it off.
Stop.
I use the back of my hand. We're still in real time. This isn't slow-mo.
Shut up.
Be a lot of editing in this one.
Well, it takes time to do it right.
You must be doing it really right. Remember which one's which?
Because I labeled them.
Where'd you stop?
Right here. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing because I'm taking my time and doing it right.
All we have left for the rest of them are pink and orange.
Yeah.
So I guess we're going to give away any tomatoes. It's not going to be big red slicers. Or tomato plants.
Well, we got 3 rows of those. Do you want more of those? Now would be the time to speak up. Because I can just simply move that back.
Nah.
Okay.
We need to use those seeds.
See, I got fast and I dropped like 3 seeds per.
It's alright. Those we can overseed and snip them off.
Then I will. Oops, I wasn't planning on doing that row. 2 rows of those.
It's warm in here. Open the window. I think we need to
You do what?
redo our window prop.
Is it not doing well anymore?
It's just showing its age.
Yeah. Chef's Choice Orange, a couple rows of those, and then I figured I'd do 1 of each of those since they're both very pink.
You get over there. You gotta talk to him anyway.
Oh, you gotta talk to them.
You gotta talk to him. I'm just gonna stand here and be great. You can be farmerish.
I'm farmerish. Farmer-ish. So I do the farming, but not the talking. All right. How many varieties did I just do here? 6 different varieties. You can tell them what I did since I got to tell them while you were doing it.
She did 6 different varieties. Tomatoes. 1 tray. Varying counts.
Yeah.
Henderson's Pink Ponderosa. 6 of them. German Pink. 6 of them. Chef's Choice Orange Hybrid Tomato. 12 of them. Pink Brandywine. 12 of them. Big Beef, also known as the John Tomato. 18 of them.
18 of them.
Sun Gold, also known as John Tomato.
Because you're golden?
Because I'm golden.
Okay.
I'm bright like the sun.
Bright like the sun.
18 of those. So as you can tell, we're going to have extras. Because we only got...
We didn't have that much room.
24 spots. We didn't think about that.
What?
If we bring Tyrants around halfway,
yeah,
that leaves 24 spots to put Sun Gold and Big Beefs.
So we
12
have
of each.
Plenty. Yeah.
Is that enough? That means we'll have extras of those.
Yeah. Unless some of them for some reason don't come up or whatever. I always plant a few extra. But I always end up with about planting a couple hundred tomatoes.
But we also only
ending
did
up with
72 of the others. So we may
That's
not
true.
get 24 of those.
Right.
If I'm doing my math right.
I don't know if you are or not. I started to ask you which tomato would be me, but then I was scared to hear your answer, so. You know, since you were all golden, it's like the sun. I don't.
Grocery store.
See, you're mean.
Well, you set it up.
Well, I knew better.
Pretty.
But
Juicy.
disappointing. Thank you. You're mean.
Plant. No, I was kidding.
Water the tomatoes and shut up.
Yeah.
I knew better.
We need our other deal, but it's been repurposed.
Yeah. For my new favorite place, although the garden is important.
The garage is now your favorite place?
I mean...
If I have any room in the house, the garage is your favorite place?
Maybe.
Now you know why I call her a grocery store tomato.
It's a gym. It's not a garage. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Alright.
Planted.
Well, I guess right here.
Yeah, for
Ain't
now.
enough room down there unless you move that.
That's fine. That means, for sure, one of the pepper plants has to lose the heating pad.
It's fine. Whichever one's got the most on it. Already germinated.
That would be this one. Got a lot.
Alright, so not exactly an exciting video. I mean, the narration on my part.
They got to see me.
I would call
and my
stellar.
new hair.
They got to see me again. They haven't seen. Oh yeah, you got.
I have new hair.
Yeah.
Again.
Trade me sides.
Because it's dark.
You're always in my shadow. I cast a pretty broad shadow.
How do you make a shadow if you're the sun?
The dark side of the sun.
Okay. Anyway.
You ever know? You ever seen the back side of the sun?
No.
How do you know it's not dark?
Because it's the sun.
But you don't know that.
Anyway.
Maybe it's directional.
I think we've lost the point of what we were doing here.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You said it's not an exciting video. Tomato
Nah.
plants are started.
Yeah.
Or seeds are started.
It's a necessary step.
Right.
It's behind schedule where we want to be, but you know the calendar and the weather don't always agree. So
The weather doesn't agree today or tomorrow.
but this coming week it's going to be really warm.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a couple nights where it'd be too cool to have them out here, the plants out here. But during the day, the peppers will be outside every day. Or they need to be increasingly long time.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, we'll be watching the nighttime temps, and if it stays 50 or above, they'll just stay out here because the sunlight, even though it's still winter with shorter days, it's way better than if we give it twice as much time under the grow lights, because those grow lights aren't near as intense. So, but yeah, they'll grow way faster out here and healthier.
Everything natural is better. The sun, the rainwater,
hair color. Oh, I'm just kidding. See, all natural. Absence of color, absence of hair. So, all right. Well, like I said, not horribly exciting. If you want to see an exciting video, go check out the last short I put up. That was exciting.
No, like, thank you. Like, it's a compliment, I guess. I
wasn't sure how to take that. You probably weren't sure how to take that. All right. Well, I don't know what's next. We got to get some seeds directly in the ground out there, which means we got to bed prep.
Yeah.
It looks like, I don't know, it's basically early middle March. I don't know if cool season crops are going to happen, like broccoli and stuff. Should already have the plants ready to go in the ground or in the ground.
We've oftentimes had better luck with broccoli in the fall, though, so I don't necessarily mind if we miss that.
We may get
still have some in the freezer from last year. So.
Yeah, we get some turnips and stuff in there.
Yeah.
Decide if we want to do some carrots. We've got a lot of carrots in the freezer, but we won't have any fresh carrots if we don't grow any. So
I think one thing we need to do is re-look at the spreadsheet you made before. It worked really well and we grew a ton, but I think we need to think of what we actually will eat, especially the stuff that's harder to preserve and maybe take up less
But I think the
space.
quantities of stuff too. You know, some stuff we thought, well, we need a lot of that stuff because we'll eat a lot, and then turns out that a lot of it is a lot of it.
It's a lot, yeah. And especially stuff that you're just going to eat fresh and you're not going to try to preserve.
And especially if it all comes on at the same time.
Right.
I mean, you really like salad turnips. They're best fresh. I mean, you can roast them and stuff, but you know, you plant 5 rows 50 foot long, 2-inch spacing, and they all basically come on within about a 2-week period.
Right.
So you're not going to eat them fresh for very long.
No.
So need to do succession plantings on them. It's just maybe I figure out a different way to do that, because to get the seeder out and to do that for a very small amount of seeding, just, you know, kind of a pain. Might have to do, if we do real small areas, do it hand seeding and thinning. So.
We had the same problem with iceberg lettuce when we did that, because it was just too much to be able to eat.
All worked really well.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. But we ended up giving a lot of it away because there was just no way for us to eat it that fast. But.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, the growing windows for a lot of that stuff is so short that you get basically one chance to grow it.
Right.
So
you get tempted to grow a lot because like right now is when you can grow it. But are you going to actually?
But there's no way to preserve. I guess you could dehydrate lettuce. Salad jerky.
That doesn't sound very appealing.
I don't know. We started closing this out a long time ago. Probably everybody's left. I doubt. If anybody's still with us, appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us. Do like, subscribe, comment. Be sure to comment below. Get the conversation going. We'll jump in there, watch comments. We respond back to every comment. Try to get them really quick, and maybe a few days on some of them. Well, usually if it takes longer, you've asked a question that you need to do a little research on. I want to make sure you get the right answer. Other than that, try to interact with everybody, all of our friends there, watching as quickly as possible. But yeah, help us try to grow the channel. You know, off and on with things as things going in the world, in our life, with kids, with work, with the last 2 years, you know, 2019 to now, because we kind of try to forget everything in between. But other than that, I guess we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.